What's up, all my grinders? Before we start with the video, we are growing day by day. We finally reached 600 subscribers. I want to thank you to all those who subscribe to this new channel. Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Every single plus one more subscriber is important. Please subscribe.
Thank you, Your Majesty L3 the First. Welcome everyone again to today's video. As you can see, we have something right here. And there are two more vehicles like this. Today we are going to compare the top 3 best mid-tier medium tanks. There will be some important and detailed information. I suggest you to watch the video till the end so you get informed correctly and make the right decision. Which tank you should grind. Let's begin with the first tank. It's a M4A176. The M4A176 Sherman is a mid-rank American medium tank, introduced as part of the US Ground Forces tech tree. It represents an upgraded version of the iconic M4 Sherman, equipped with a more powerful 76mm M1 gun. This tank sits at a battle rating, where it frequently faces German Panthers and Soviet T-34. Its key advantage is its versatile gun. The 76mm cannon is capable of penetrating the frontal armor of most enemy medium tanks, with proper shot placement, especially when using the M62 APCBC or M93 APCR shells. Unlike the earlier Shermans, the M4A176 has a faster firing gun, better penetration values, and a more stable gun platform, due to its vertical stabilizer. This stabilizer gives it a major edge in close quarters fights, allowing it to fire accurately while moving, something many German and Soviet tanks can't do as effectively. Its armor isn't the best, but the rounded cast hull can sometimes deflect incoming shells, especially from a distance. The armor, as you can see, is like not really there. Your main goal with this tank should be to flank and snipe the enemy vehicles from the side, because it's clearly not the right tank to get into 1v1 face-off duels. It's almost every time one shot, but does mostly also kill its enemies. It has 5 crew members, which is also good for the survivability. Also make sure to get the upgraded ammunition rounds and not the ones which you get as default at, because the M79 is going to cause problems. The M62 shell will do the job. The M62 shell is one of the best ammunition rounds you can get in mid-tier. If you hit the enemy vehicle with it, it feels almost unstoppable. Even sloped armor is not a big deal for this guy. Let's test it out. Here we go, what's up all my grinders? These heavy KV-1 tanks are going to be a problem, as well if you don't have the M62 rounds. What I like is the gun, and its 5 crew members. What I don't like on this tank is its acceleration, speed, and front armor. I will now test the M79 rounds and you will get my point. Here's a great example why you really need to unlock the M62 rounds. The default I call them like that. M79 rounds are really a pain. It doesn't matter where I hit the heavy Soviet tank. The front armor is 90% impossible to penetrate with these default rounds. Even the side of the turret. At least we are getting the points for an assist. Ha ha. Yeah, it is a one-shot tank. It is not surprising that a Jagdpanzer molested it. Well, anyways, here's an example of how things will work. If you do use this tank the right way,
Yeah,
cooked
boy.
heavy tank. Overall, I would give this tank 7 points out of 10, and I am giving it the bronze medal and placing it as number 3. I recommend this tank for those who have a little bit more experience, and to those who are really looking for the American thing. Let's get to the next candidate. And of course it is the beautiful Soviet T-34 version 85. The T-34-85 is one of the most famous Soviet medium tanks in War Thunder. Known for its balance of firepower, mobility and armor, it was developed late in World War II to counter improved German Panther and Tiger tanks. The T-34-85 is equipped with an Opus 5mm ZIS S-53 gun, capable of dealing serious damage to most enemy vehicles in its battle rating range. Its shells offer a good mix of penetration and post-penetration damage, especially the BR-365A and BR-365K rounds. What makes the T-34-85 special is its combination of a strong turret, sloped frontal armor and fast mobility. It can quickly reposition flank enemies and absorb a surprising amount of punishment, especially when angled properly. Compared to German Panthers, the T-34-85 is more agile and can often outflank them. While it may struggle to penetrate a Panther frontally, its speed gives it the ability to hit from the sides. Against American Shermans like the M4A1 76, the T-34-85 usually has better armor and hitting power, although it lacks a stabilizer for firing on the move. Overall, the T-34-85 is a flexible and deadly tank. It excels in aggressive tactics, ambushes and close-range brawls, making it one of the most popular and effective medium tanks in War Thunder's mid-tier battles. It has a crew amount of 4. Compared to the Shermans, it has already one of the good ammunition rounds right after you get the tank. Now let's see some practical visuals. There is the good ammunition. It has also a unique look to it. This tank was one of the main reasons why the eastern front of the German army collapsed that easily in 1945. Because it was mass-produced, it was like a Soviet T-34 wave. In the late war, the Germans were lacking out of enough equipment to counter the Soviet steel. As you can already see, it withstands even against early top-tier vehicles. Even if it gets hit on the side of the chassis behind the tracks, which is a critical weak spot on almost every tank. It's great to capture objectives, advance and eliminate your enemies fast. I really like how this tank is gaining speed. It is really a great tank. We good so far. Let's keep them German cats away from the point. I recommend the T-34-85 to those who are looking for the relaxing gameplay and grinding points by using the speed of the tank, capturing points and flanking enemy vehicles. It really makes the job easier and is really fun to play. I give this tank 9 points out of 10 and placing it on the very high number 2, giving it the silver medal. Oh, haven't seen that guy. Now we are here, the last candidate, or should I say candidates. On the top is the number 1 best medium mid-tier tank. There are the Panthers. With Panthers I mean the prototype Panther V3002M and the Panther D. Now let me tell you why I chose 2 tanks for the number 1. Because they are really similar when it comes to battle ranking and they got the same gun. But there's one difference which brings the Panther D one step above the V3002M. It's the armor. The V3002 M is a great tank even though it's a prototype of the Panthers. It has beautiful designed sloped thin armor. Its speed and acceleration is great. The gun is like an anti-tank sniper. However, I would give this tank 9.5 points out of 10. Here's the key point, which is the reason why I am giving the Panther D 10 points out of 10. When it comes to the top 3 ranking, which medium mid-tier tank is the best? As you can see, the armor of this thing is massive. Its front armor is thick, sloped and almost impossible to penetrate when you don't know where you need to hit it, because the weak spots are really less than the one on the T-34-85 or the M4A176. The German Panther is one of the most feared medium tanks in War Thunder, especially at mid to high battle ratings. Designed as a response to the Soviet T-34, the Panther combines excellent firepower, armor and long-range capability. The Panther is typically equipped with the deadly 75mm cannon. This gun has high velocity and outstanding penetration, making it one of the best guns in its tier for sniping and long-range engagements. The Panther also has solid frontal armor, especially on the upper glacis and turret. When hull down or angled correctly, it can bounce a lot of incoming fire. Its weaknesses include weak side armor and slow turret rotation, which make it vulnerable in close combat or to flanking. The Panther usually has the advantage at long range, with better penetration and accuracy. However, up close, the faster and more agile T-34-85 can exploit the Panther's slower turret and side armor. When facing American Shermans like the M4A176, the Panther has better armor and a stronger gun, but lacks a stabilizer, putting it at a disadvantage in close-range brawls. In summary, the Panther is a powerful and precise tank, best used at range and in support roles. When played smartly, it dominates the battlefield with superior firepower and armor. I am in love with the engine sound of the Panther. It roars literally like a panther when accelerating. Same with the Tigers. That's precision. Now we are facing the front armor problem of the prototype. Let's get the finished product into test. It feels much stronger. You feel like a knight with a heavy armor and a sharp sword. There is number 1. You see that? That's what I am talking about. It withstands several shots thanks to its 80mm front armor. This engineering masterpiece gets 10 points, and is the number 1 best mid-tier medium tank. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It really means a lot. Have an easy, sleeky grind.